evening, everybody, and welcome back to Cooking with Alan. I'm Chassie.
I'm the host, Alan.
And this is our guest star,
Shannon.
We'd like to give Shannon a big welcome, and then Alan will be with you presenting what we are cooking this evening.
I'm making General Tso's chicken, one of everyone's favorite American Chinese foods. So hopefully you like it, and hopefully you like this week's episode as much as you did last week's.
Make sure you give this video a like, comment, and share.
Alright, so right now, as you can see, I'm getting the oil preheated to fry the chicken up a little bit to get that crispy, crunchy flavor we all like. And then I also have the rice noodle water boiling because you don't put the water, or the noodles in the water as it's boiling because it will tear them apart. And then the back pan, I don't have it in there yet, but it is the rice. And I just have this oil on medium heat, so that should heat up relatively quickly. There's water in the pan, that's why you see that violent reaction. Just take your head of broccoli, stand up like this, okay? And then slice down. And this is going to be used in the stir fry portion of it.
It's okay.
And then if you get a clump like that, just take it and break it apart or just cut it in half.
You want to help our little guest
Yep.
star?
Hang on, sweetie, before you cut yourself.
Let Dad help show you. Hey,
Look, just like this. You can use my knife, okay?
put your hand on his knife with them.
Take it.
Have him guide you.
Oh,
Go.
So,
I wish I could have done one by myself.
you
I
take.
could have done one by myself.
You will. Dad's gonna let you.
Alright, now,
So can I do this part?
like I showed you. Yeah.
Good job.
Now spin it. Okay, see, look at that. Benefits of having a sharp knife. It just goes right through any kind of...
Yeah, you were using a different knife. Be very careful, okay?
Alright, there you go.
Maybe hold the knife closer to the bottom, so not so far back on the handle.
It's
Okay?
a little bit.
No, that's fine, baby.
Good job.
Good job.
Go.
Now we just set this aside to be used later on the bag that it came in, which is really nice.
Yeah, we're gonna rinse it.
And then also to go with the broccoli, we have sugar snap peas, baby corn nuggets, and water chestnut, which is an acquired taste from what I've been told.
Are we going to peel the peas?
No, you don't peel the peas.
Oh, darn it.
You just leave the peas whole. And then
Good
to
question.
do the marinade for the chicken, which you really want done half hour before you start the meal. You have hoisin sauce,
Hey, Daddy,
soy
can I
sauce,
have one?
sesame oil, and then a rice wine vinegar to do the marinade. And then you get that all set in there, let it sit for half an hour, and I'll show you how to make that later on when I do the actual sauce for the outside of the breading.
And this is doing that.
So you can use any type of paste as long as it's Asian and it's red pepper paste. It's got to be red pepper paste or else you won't get the desired flavor. And don't taste the marinade because it's really strong and bitter. If you do taste the marinade, you have sesame oil. You want a light. I grabbed a dark by accident, but it just varies the darkness of the sauce. And then hoisin sauce, and then a rice wine vinegar.
Go.
All right, now all I'm doing is putting the marinated chicken in a colander, so that way all the flour gets sifted through, each piece gets coated nice and evenly. So you just scoop it in there. Get all that in. You want to set that on the table for me?
Yes, I would.
Actually, I gotta wash it off so that way we don't cross-contaminate the sauce. All right, and then just do a little bit of flour.
Can I have like this bill?
No, just keep going, sweetie.
Good
All
job.
right, and then just shake it up.
Can I take it a little bit?
No, that's pretty heavy, sweetheart.
No.
Dump some more flour in.
And a little bit more. And a little bit more.
Yep. Flour dust is delightfully delicious.
You tasting it, Bug?
Alright, dump in a little bit more. Alright, and that should be all you need. It's about 3 cups of flour.
You just want to coat it evenly.
Yeah, get a nice coat to where it looks kind of like that. And then what you do is shake it off, preferably in the sink, so that way you can, just simple, easy, rinse
Clean
it all
up.
down. Alright, so now all I'm doing, you gotta be very careful with this part because it is hot oil. Just drop it in the pan. That's where you get a nice kind of chicken nugget, deep fried type thing. Just drop it in evenly or handfuls.
Can I try?
It'll all break up. No, it's hot grease.
Okay.
And if you do have a child helping you, please, please, please do not let them help you put this in the oil. And also, with any type of seasoning, spices, anything that you think tastes good can harm your eyes or nose. So before you do anything else, wash your hands. So that way you can, if you have an itch or something, you have no problem itching or...
Yes, you
wiping
need
your
to
eyes.
wash your hands, Princess. Daddy's got some soap over there.
So I've started the rice in the pan so that way it's done by the time I get the sauce and the chicken all coated and the stir fry done like I wanted. And then I also have the water boiling for these thin rice noodles. I just got to take it off the heat and set it aside for about 3 to 5 minutes to cool down a little more. And then you just leave that sit for about 10 minutes and it is going to be done. But right now we're making the sauce for the actual General Tso's chicken. So we take 2 teaspoons, large teaspoons. Put one more in there.
And what is that again?
This is the red pepper paste. And just smack it on there.
Good.
Alright. And then try to get all that extra off. And then we're going to do a teaspoon of sesame oil.
Can I pour?
Yep. A teaspoon of vinegar. And then just sit that one down. Not in there.
Yeah, don't.
Hold that one. Then we're going to do 3 tablespoons of the soy sauce.
Great
Is
technique.
this
1.
1, 2, 3?
Alright. Nope, we got one more. And then it's a tablespoon of the hoisin sauce.
Now we're
Alright, you want 3/4 cup of chicken noodle or spicy chicken broth. Alright. Oh, there's my measuring cup.
into here.
Yep. And then
And
cup of flour.
a cup of flour.
That was smart.
What?
Alright, dump that in. Then we need 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. And I just keep mine in the fridge so that way it doesn't pack down or anything, it doesn't get hard.
Two. And then
3. Alright, then grab a
Any words of wisdom, Shannon?
Let me get this part, sweetheart.
I love being on YouTube. Can I try?
Any words of wisdom, Duke? Duchess? Anything?
Can I try?
No?
Hang on, baby, not bad. He's getting it.
That's it. Good boy.
I just wanted to do it.
Good girl. Yes, you good boy, baby.
And you should get about that thickness. And again, if I would have grabbed the right soy sauce, the light colored soy sauce, it'd be a little bit brighter of a red and not a dull orange as you're seeing here because I grabbed the wrong soy sauce. It's got a semi-smooth texture. Drips just like that. And then I'm going to start preheating my pan again after I clean it out from frying the chicken.
Can I
Which you pull out when
taste
it.
the soy
Pull
sauce?
out when it's,
Can I taste
crispy and it's,
it? Dad?
ow!
Well, be
Can I
careful.
taste it? Spicy, but
And you just want to turn that heat on medium heat. And then excuse me.
Your noodles cooking.
That's the rice.
All right.
Yep. The noodles I can
Probably
put
need
on.
stirred.
Probably.
Go babe.
So I added the peas and the broccoli to the mixture, and then I added about another half cup of the chicken broth, so that way it doesn't stick and burn to the pan. And just let that go. And turn the heat up a little bit, so that way the moisture and the steam can cook the vegetables and broccoli. And then I'm gonna stir the rice. It's got to be vigorously boiling, so that way it gets done right. And then I've been letting that off the heat for about 3 or 4 minutes now, so I can add my thin rice noodles.
Don't forget to comment and tell us what you think we should add to our videos. If you have any special requests, anything like that. And please, please, please subscribe.
Yeah, be careful when you open these because apparently they are pretty messy. So just separate them in 2 blocks and put them down in the water like that. Use the rice spoon and just give them a poke to kind of submerge them. Make sure they're all in the water. And let them soak there. Come back over to the General Tso's. Just let it keep doing its thing. If you notice it starts sticking, just feel free to add more chicken broth to the base. So that way the broccoli and peas cook evenly. And then sesame oil that is used a lot in the making of the broth, or the sauce and the marinade. If you're not a fan of sesame oil, then General Tso's probably is not for you, because it is a very strong, overpowering taste, even if there's very little in the mixture itself.
Yeah, but I like General Tso and I can't stand sesame
Because
oil.
a lot of General Tso's that's purchased and made in the store is a pre-packaged thing without that. It's,
All the extra sweeteners
yes, it's
and
made with a lot of
whatnot.
sweeteners and things
It
like that.
hides it completely. Or is without it.
You're making me some coffee.
And as you can see, I added the water chestnut and the baby corn ears, just to, so that way they get softened up by the time it's done too. And just keep letting it,
I got a TikTok for
keep letting it do its thing. Cover the rice, stir it, and that rice is coming out beautifully. It's almost done. And then the rice noodles should be like that. Perfect. Rice noodles are one of my favorite things to pair with any Asian style cuisine.
So I just want to pop in and say that my own personal opinion of the pepper paste is, I would say try it before you use it. It is a very acquired taste. My opinion is I would leave it out when I'm cooking it. However, my husband likes it, so we use it. But I just wanted to let you guys know. Just a nice look at how everything's doing. Got your noodles, got your rice, get our neat little spice rack we got last week. Apparently my daughter is addicted to coffee.
And then since my wife didn't like the ginger, or not the ginger, but the red pepper paste, I put a cup of the chicken stock and then about half a cup of the hoisin sauce in a container, mix it up, and I microplaned about 6 or 7 cloves of garlic, so that's why it's looking a little bit soupier.
I'm picky. You know, smells and stuff and texture kind of get to me sometimes, so he's just toning it down a little for me. But it's really good. Looking delicious.
And again, since I did add the chicken broth and the hoisin, it's going to be a lot runnier than what you would normally expect. It's not going to be as sticky, but the noodles and rice
It actually should thicken up
should take moisture out of it.
as it cools.
All right, I'm going to taste test a piece of broccoli to see if it's done yet.
This kind of tastes like hot chocolate to me, but my effects. Show me drinking coffee.
Do you have any advice for anybody perspiring to be a cook or anything like that?
It takes a lot of trial and error. You're going to fail. You're going to burn dishes. You're going to over-season. You're going to under-season.
You can burn dishes.
You're going to
Oh,
set
yeah.
the house on fire every once in a while.
Like my mom did.
Well, don't do it doing dishes.
Oh, yeah. But
And
that is really, really flavorful. And you're going to get a sweet sensation since the brown sugar's in there.
if you
But
have
then,
one of these, you might not want to put it in a pan and then leave it in there.
kill
It'll
it.
melt the pan.
Okay, Shannon. Thank you for your input, honey.
You're going to get a nice sweet sensation from the brown sugar. And then all the spices, you know, the red pepper paste that I like, and the hoisin sauce, it's going to give you a nice savory kick on the backside with quite a bit of punch to it. But overall, it tastes really, really good.
And it should look like that when it's done. I recommend cooking the sauce in an extra pan and then pouring it over your chicken. So if you're doing trial and error, you don't over sauce the chicken.
Yep.
We've got your noodles, we've got your rice, you plate it all together and it'll look beautiful. I will put some pictures in the video. And anything else, babe?
Just tune in next week. I'm going to be doing some gumbo with some pink Argentine shrimp, and it hopefully pans out to be a little bit better than this week. So,
I don't think this week was bad. I think it tastes really good, babe. I want to say like, share, comment, subscribe, all that. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.